Canva is one of the easiest graphic design tools to learn. So whether you're creating social media graphics or presentations or marketing materials or even digital products to sell, Canva gives you professional design tools without the steep learning curve. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through step by step everything you need to know to design with confidence, even as a complete beginner. So let's jump in. So when you head over to canva.com, it's going to have you create an account. There is a free account and a paid for account. I usually recommend just start with the free account because it's going to give you a lot of options, and I'll show you some of the points where you'll need to go to the paid account versus the free account. But for most cases, when you're getting started, I think that you're going to find everything you need in the free account. So once you sign in and create an account, then it's going to take you to this dashboard page here. And you can see on the left-hand side, we are on our home. And a couple of things to just show you to get familiar with this is you can always search for whatever you need to. Say you're looking for a specific template or you're looking for a project, you can always type it in the search bar. Across the top here, they have some commonly used things, and this will adjust the more that you use it. And then if you're brand new to Canva, you won't have this down here, which is your recent files. These are some ones that I created recently over here. And again, over on the side, you can navigate to any of these specifically. So they have projects that you've worked on. You have it over there. If you just want to look at your templates, you can go through there. And those are probably the most common areas that you'll be using to start with. So to design your first project, there's a couple of different ways to do this. You can either design from a template or from a completely blank design. I always recommend, again, when you're first getting started, start with a template because you can customize everything that's in there and it kind of gives you a nice starting point. And then all you need to worry about is just tweaking a couple items here and there. So we're going to go over into our templates. And again, across the top here, it has sort of some general items that you probably would be using most often. And let's say I just want to create an Instagram post. So we're going to go down to Instagram. And the other thing that's nice with these templates is that it's all formatted exactly for whatever you're using it for. So if you're creating social media posts, then this is a great way to get started. So you can either search up here at the top to specifically what you're looking for, or you can just sort of scroll through some of these ones to start with. Now, I will note here that you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of some of these, there's a little crown icon. And what that means is that is only available on the Pro version. So if you find any of the ones that don't have that in the corner, they're available in the free. So we're just going to scroll through here and find one that we like to start with. Or again, we can go up at the top and let's search for announcing a new employee. There, and this is a nice one here. So you can click on that. It'll give you a little bit of a larger view of it. And the other nice thing is once you click on one, it'll go, oh, you like that? Here's some other ones that are very similar to it. And again, just watching out for that little icon in the corner. And actually, you know what? I kind of like this one better. So let's click on that. Got a little bit more color in there. This is very nice. Then the next thing you want to do is you just click on customize this template. And when you click on that, it'll take you to the editor. A couple of things to just show you how to get used to these elements. So you have your design in here, and you can see as you hover over any of these options, it's highlighting them to show you what you're clicking on. And something else I wanted to mention before we get too far into this is if you're working on creating multiple assets for your company or your brand, and you really want to keep everything consistent across all the different campaigns that you have and the different tools that you're using, then we've got a free resource for you. This is a completely free guide from HubSpot and Canva on how to build a modern brand consistency workflow. This covers how to create campaign-ready assets using brand kits and templates, and how to connect your design, your deployment, your reporting, and putting it all into one workflow. Plus, it's completely free. So all you have to do is click the link in the description below, and it's all yours. Now let's jump back into the design here, because what we're going to talk about next is how to edit these elements. Okay, so let's start with the text. So This says, welcome to the team. And I just want to change this. So if you just hover over it, you can see it highlights whatever you're trying to adjust. And if you click on that, then you can just highlight it and say, okay. And you see when I did that, it spilled over because this one's longer than what we had. So I'm just going to grab these little sides and drag it over like that. We're going to line it up right to the side there. And we're going to grab this and line it up right to the side there. And what that does is now the text is centered in that box, and I know it's going to each side. So now new member joining the team. And then the other thing you can do is, let's say down here, you don't want to include the handle. So you just click on that, you see a little trash can there, and delete it. Now that's gone. So I just want new member joining the team and the name there. Now let's say we want to keep the name, but we want to adjust the look of this. While you have that selected, up here on the top, you can see you can change the font. So let's say we want to make it a more bold font, bold standard. Let me find something fun. We want to do something more bold there. I kind of like that one. Okay. So you can do that. You can also change the color. So you click on this color and let's make it, get some yellow in there. You also have some effects there. So that gives a little gradient. So you can just click through those. Everything is customizable. It makes it exactly how you want. And there's also some effects in here. So you could have like a glow to it or an outline, all these sorts of things. So you can really just sort of play around with whatever you want to design it exactly how you want. And really, you can't break it. So if at any point you click on something and you're like, oh no, I don't want that. And you just click on this undo arrow up here at the top and you're right back to where you were. So we're going to close out of that. If you want to add a new text box, you just click on the text over here, add a text box, type in what you want. Okay. And now I'm just going to bring these sides in just like this. And when you hover over this little plus sign down here, now you can move it. You can move it anywhere on the page. So maybe I want to put it up here. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So we're just going to drag the whole thing over. And then you can also see you have these little two reverse arrows here. You click on that and you can rotate it, right? And so we're just going to bring that right in there. Now let's talk a little bit about the photos. So when you click on this, you can see you can resize that or do any of those other things. Remove the background. You got a couple of different options up here, but we want to change out this photo. This is just the placeholder. So we want to put the photo of the person we're bringing in. So you click on the elements over here and you go to photos and you can search for what you're looking for. So let's say you can find all the different photos that you have here. And again, you'll see ones that have the icon marking that it is a paid part of the Pro plan. So you just need to keep that in mind. But let's say we have this, and I'm just going to click on this photo and I'm going to bring it over here. And you can see when I hover over top of that existing photo, it's going to replace it just like that. So now it keeps all that formatting. And this is great for the templates. When you have things that are sort of structured the way that you want it already, then all you have to do is slide that over and it replaces it just like that. And likewise, if you want to add something that's not in there, you can also do that here where you go, let's say we want to add some graphics. We want to add a star. And again, keeping in mind for that little icon showing that it's part of the Pro, unless you want to pay for the Pro. And let's say I just want this star. Now, instead of dragging that over top of the photo, we're just going to drag that into another spot here. So put that and resize it. Actually, I want to put it right up there, just like that. And you can add other elements that way as well. Now, one other option that you have, if you're not finding what you want, you can also generate an image. You know, and you're searching for this image, and you're like, well, I'm not finding a penguin in a flower pot. So then you can click on generate, and it'll actually use AI to create that graphic for you. And just like that, we have what we want. So same sort of thing, just grab that, bring it over, lay it down, and we're just going to adjust the size. Don't want that too big. I don't know why we wanted a penguin in a flower pot, but there you go. Now you got that just like that. Okay, nice and easy. Now you have all these elements on here, and you can now adjust the layering of them. So for example, let's say we have this penguin going like this, and we have the text is going over top of the penguin, but we want the penguin in front of the text. Then all you need to do is click on these three little arrows and layers, and you go bring to front, or you can move to back, one layer, whatever you want. But we go bring to front. Now you can see little penguins over top of the text, if you want it that way. That doesn't quite work in this case because I want to be able to see the text, but you can do that, and now the penguin is on top of all of these other elements. Now, so far we've been talking about using the elements that are already in Canva, but next let's talk about bringing in your own photos. Rather than using this generic stock photo, let's bring in the actual photo of the employee that you want to bring in there, or your logo, or whatever the case is. So to do that, we're going to go up here to File, and you can go Upload File, and Upload File here, and now you can search your computer and bring in your own file. So let's say we want to bring in our logo into this. So I'll just navigate to where the logo is. We'll find that, open, and you can see in here, now we have our element there. Bring this over, and now we can resize that and have that also included in the project. So you can upload your own real photographs, whatever you want, into there, and then they kind of are stored into this area here, so you can always reference them later in the uploads kind of bar here. So even if once you upload a photo in there that you want to use in other projects, it'll be available for you right in there. And so you just continue to tweak and modify things as you want to, and once everything is the way that you want it, all you need to do is go up here to Share, and you've got a couple of different options for what you want to do with it. You can copy the link so that you can reference it later to go right back to this. Or if you have somebody else that you're collaborating with and you want them to be able to see it, you could do that. You can also, in this case, post it directly to Instagram. You'll have to add your account information in there. But what I find most of the time that I'm looking to do is I just want to download it. And it will give you, again, a couple of options here. You can download it as a PNG or a JPEG or PDF standard, whatever you want. PNG is usually a good option. Again, with the Pro account, you have some other options here of how you can manipulate the image a little bit further. And this is one thing I love about Canva, is it shows you exactly what is part of the Pro and what's part of the free. So we just want to download that standard version, and we go download, and then it's going to save that to wherever your files are on your computer. If you click up here, it can open that up, and there it is. There's your finished image that you can now post wherever you need to do it, or share wherever you want that. And with that, you now have a great handle on the basics of Canva to be able to make your next professional design all on your own. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.